We're getting a snake machine. Okay, number 4. Unreasonable sellers who expect short-term payoffs, high down payments, high monthly payments, personal guarantees, or prices too high to kill your intended exit strategy. All right, now guys, what are you going to do when a seller asks you to personally guarantee a debt? Can you do this? For all you listening, that means no, you will not. Under no circumstances, no exceptions, do you personally guarantee a lease purchase or a seller carryback note. There are no exceptions. Do not guarantee either one of them, because the minute you do, you are at risk. And you do not need to do that to buy houses. I'd rather you pass than personally guarantee that debt. And when they say, will you personally guarantee it? The answer is no. Well, why not? Because it's against my company policy. Because my wife won't let me. Or how about this? Because I choose not to. Are you saying you won't sell it unless I personally guarantee it? Well, yeah, well then I'm not your Huckleberry. Sell it to somebody else, because I'm not going to personally guarantee it. If I personally guaranteed every house that I buy, I'd have millions of dollars of debt out there. I'm not going to do it. If you don't believe I'm going to make your payments, don't sell it to me. If you do, sell it to me. Your choice. I'll abide by whatever your decision is. But I will not personally guarantee the debt. Are there any more questions? And that's exactly the way I would handle it. Now, you're going to handle it your own way. You're going to crawl up there in the corner and get in a fetal position. Oh, please don't make me. Please don't make me. I'm not. I have absolutely no problem saying no. No, no, no. Right. It works. No. Yeah. Like I even have this thing on my desk. Most people have this easy button. I have a no button. It says no 25 different ways. So people come to my office. Scott comes in there, punch the button. All right, next page is posture. That's actually what we're talking about here, isn't it? On page 47. And look, I'm going to confess to you that this is going to take a little practice. Especially when you're new and you're worried about what everybody else is going to say. Which is what most people worry about. What's everybody going to say? What if they ask me a question I don't know the answer to? Well, they will. Here's how you can handle that. If somebody asks you a question you don't know the answer, why don't you just say, listen, you know what? I don't know that answer. But I will certainly get it and get back to you tomorrow. Don't try to answer questions you don't know the answer to. Just make it look foolish. But what you got to work at is to not sound like you're on the defensive. You have nothing to defend yourself against. Seller runs the ad, you're just simply answering the ad. You do not need to take any crap from them. You don't need to pre-screen. You don't need to justify your existence on this planet. You don't need to make excuses for anything. In fact, you're the buyer. You're the one that should be intimidating them. Who needs whom the worst? Plenty of sellers, not so many buyers. It's a buyer's market. And here you are one. So it's going to take time for you to control your posture and not let them put you in the defensive. And you've got to quit worrying about rejection. It doesn't matter what they say. It doesn't matter they're having a bad day. It doesn't matter they're trying to take it out on you. They don't even know you. You see, some people are just downright nasty most of the time because their life sucks. It's not your problem. It's not your fault. The good part about it is when you turn the conversation around, when you get somebody like that, and you change their attitude. And that's kind of fun when you learn to do that. When you quit worrying about what other people are saying all the time, and realize that you've got nothing to be ashamed of here, you will then start playing these little games. Somebody calls me irate, they start getting huffy on me. I love it. I just stop the conversation and say, hey, John, do you talk like this to everybody who calls you about your house, or is it just me? You mad at me today or something? I know you can't be because we don't even know each other. You did run an advertisement to sell your house, didn't you, John? Well, yeah. Did you expect anybody to call? Yeah, well, hey, I'm calling. But to be honest with you, based on your attitude, I doubt we're going to be able to do business unless I can convince you to chill out, brother. I'll tell you, I learned a lesson from a Delta agent one time I'm never going to forget. I'm standing in line trying to get my ticket at Delta. There's a guy in front of me just hollering and screaming at the agent across there. I mean, just raking him over the coals because his plane was late or canceled or something. I don't even know. And that agent just didn't say one word. He sat there and took it. And the next thing I know, he put his glasses down on his nose. He said, sir, right now there's only 2 people who care whether you get where you're going, and one of them's losing interest rapidly. I shut up. Immediately stopped. Next thing I knew, he was smiling. He knew he'd been had. And so the Delta agent just like that turned the conversation right around on him. And you know, I'm telling you to do the same thing. Now, I don't want you to believe that everybody you get on the telephone is going to be nasty because it's just not true. In fact, most of the people you're going to be talking to just can't wait to give you all the information they know. They want you to call. They're waiting for you to call. And they're nervous as heck because they don't know what to say when you call. They're way more afraid of you than you are them. But are you going to occasionally run across a nasty one? Yeah, of course, because you're dealing with people. By the way, that's exactly why I want the VA doing the front end work for you and you not doing it. Let them handle the nasty ones. Get them all out of their system. It's the same reason I want Ally taking those front end calls from the inbound. Why are you calling? What about this letter? Where does this letter come from? How do you get my address? Well, you ain't going to get any of that stuff. Because when you call, you're going to have this thing completely filled out. All right, so your posture is what you make it. Do not make promises you cannot keep. You don't have to keep any. Do business with the people who want to do business with you, and get rid of the rest and get them out of your life. You don't have to tell lies. You don't have to make up crap. You tell it like it is, and if they don't like it, tough. Now is the time to know. We're not going to keep big, vast secrets. We're not going to hide the fact from them that we don't intend to buy their house. We're going to find somebody else to put in it. They got to approve them. We got to be all out up front. I got the scripture here for you to do that with. No, it's not a business where I got to go take advantage of people, lie to them, cheat them, steal from them, or any of those misconceptions that much of your marketplace has out there. All those people in those mindless chat rooms. That's what they think real estate is all about. A whole bunch of investors taking advantage of people. The reality is, what kind of mess do you think this economy would be in right now if it weren't for us investors? Gee whiz, who'd be buying all this junk? We said, now there's some really cheap prices. Right now, I'm buying houses at 1985 prices. I honestly don't want to see them get any lower. If they get any lower, we're really not going to have a market. And just for the record, guys, I hope you're not under the impression that this thing's going to turn itself around real quick and we're going to wake up one day next year and it'll all be over. Ain't going to happen. It's going to take years for this thing to clean up. And I don't care what anybody's talking to you. I don't care what the president cannot fix it. The government cannot fix it. There's only one thing that can fix this. Who knows what it is? Time, nothing else. We're in a cleansing. We're in a 60-year cycle of cleansing. And it's going to play itself out. There's nothing the government's making it worse by incentivizing the banks to not let these properties go through foreclosure. Well, they're going through foreclosure. It's only a matter of time. Might as well get it over with. Cleansing effect over. The faster they turn on the foreclosure machine and get it over with, the faster we recover. Try to tell a Democrat that. Okay, I'm going to go through some of these prospects up here right now. I'm going to let you guys tell me suspects and prospects. Yep, I believe it's going to work. All right, I'm going to call out your name. You're the one that brought the lead in. I'll give you a few facts here. And just for the record, for you guys on tape, I'm holding up a property information sheet that I think it's, what is that, Marion? Or Burrow? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pages of crap. There's only one page I care about. The rest of this is just killing trees. I don't need it. And neither does your mentor, guys. And neither do you. Creating monstrous piles of paperwork like that on a sheet like this is a waste of your time. First thing we got to do is figure out whether this is a suspect or a prospect. Because if we don't get the right answers on here, we sure don't need none of that junk, do we? All right? So let's pre-screen this thing. And please do not send piles of papers to your mentors because they're not going to look at them. And we don't even need it until we get the right answers out of the seller. All right, Burrow, let's take a look at this. We have a $239,000 asking price, and we have a $240,000 loan. Therefore, the seller's asking what they owe or about. We have their value. They think it's worth about $303. His comps think that he agrees with them about $300. But there's a $1,200 a month payment, and they're current. And they said, yes, I will lease option, and yes, I will sell for what's owed on it. It is a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 2,200 square foot house located in where? South Carolina. Okay. All right. So, Merle, when did you get this lead? 4-3. How long ago was that? That would be 10 days ago. Yep. All right. So, Merle, this is for you to answer. What do you see here? Where are you? Okay. What do you see here?
I was looking
for. Is it a suspect or prospect?
Prospect.
About as hot as prospect yet, isn't it? I mean, the seller's done everything except please get your butt out here and get my house. Don't you sell what they owe on it, right? And then they'll lease option to you as well. Okay, so here's the question. Do you lease option this property, or do you take the deed?
Take the deed.
Take the deed? Now be careful. There's 240 owed on it. Well, you think it's worth 300, don't you?
The only reason I said 300 and not 315 is because 300 is the most anything in that subdivision is sold for.
But that was for cash to qualified buyers. Eh? That's what we put on the market on a lease purchase for the $325,000 it should be selling for. We can agree. Yeah. Okay. So you get the deed. Now in South Carolina, your closing costs are about none, aren't they? Almost. Okay. If that's the case, I would agree with you 1,000%. Mostly because it's got a $1,200 payment on it. And it's a $300,000 house. He would be foolish to axe this deal. What do you think? If you put a lease option tenant buyer in this house, what do you think you could get per month, give or take?
18,000.
2,000. Okay. And that's normally, isn't it? Now, of course, if I put a lease option tenant buyer in there, I might be able to get a little more. Okay. So if I get $2,000 a month and I'm paying out $1,200, my man says that's $800 a month you can keep, right? So what do you do for a living now?
I work for a billboard company.
Okay. So how many hours you got to work? You get $800.
Too many.
Too many. All right. Pretty soon you'll own a billboard company. All right. What are you going to do with this?
Go get it under contract.
And you know how to do that?
I will after this weekend.
That's correct. I want them to get it because this is the deal, man. In fact, have you had a conversation with yourself with the seller?
Yeah.
All right. And they said, I'll be happy to lease option. Oh, my goodness. Did you talk about getting the deed? No. All right. So here's what I want you to do. In fact, come on up here, you're the seller. I'm going to approach you in your house. You're the seller. Have a seat there, Mr. Seller. Okay. I'm knocking on your door. Come in. Thank you. All right. How are you? Your name is April. Hi, April. Okay. Can I just take a walk? No dog, take a deep or anything? Okay. Walk. Better. Get living room yet. Looks like the last 2,000 of them. Okay. All right. Well, April, I have a couple of choices for you. One, you got to tell me, would you rather sell the house today, or would you rather just lease option today?
I'd rather just sell it and get rid of it.
Okay. Well, that'll narrow down the choices then. What I'll do with your permission is I'll leave an agreement here that says that I'll buy your house for what you owe on it. I'll pay all your closing costs. I'll close whenever you're ready. About 3 days from now, the quickest I can close. And from that point on, it's not your concern anymore. Now, it does mean that I'm going to take over your debt. I'll start making your payments within the next 2 months. And it doesn't mean the loan will stay in your name until I get it paid off sometime in the future. I'll keep you awake at night? No? Okay. Well, then that's what we'll do. It's that simple. I'll just buy your house until we purchase it from you. All right? All right. Let me get my purchase sale agreement. Okay. I'll need your okay right there where it says, by the way, are you married? No? Okay. I'll need your okay where it says seller right there. This agreement says I'm going to buy your house and pay your closing costs for closing next Wednesday. Any questions? No? All right. Good. We're done. I just bought his house. Now he's going to go to my attorney. My attorney's going to do the paperwork. All I'm doing is purchase sale agreement right now. It's very simple to do, and in your book, I might add. All right. Well, April, this conversation's over. Thank you. You just got a deal. Please do not screw up the deal. Give a round of applause for that. I'm going to tell you, it's very likely you would much rather sell the house than lease option it. Wouldn't most people? So the only hurdle you got left is will they sell it subject to? And point blank total. I'll take over your house. I'll buy your house. I'll pay the closing costs. I'll take over your debt. I'll make payments on it until it's paid off sometime in the future. Did you notice how simple that was? Hello? I did not use the word subject to, which nobody understands. I just told her exactly what I was going to do in layman's terms. She says, okay, should you just shut up and do it? All right, then let your attorney handle the rest. You got a deal, man. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's one of those once in a lifetime deals that comes along about once a week. Okay, who's this? John Slavic. Hey, I had you on the phone the other night, didn't I, John? Where you at? Yeah, I did, didn't I? Okay. This is in Florida. We got a $142,000 loan, which is a HELOC, which is a home equity line of credit, and they'll sell for what's owed. And John thinks it's worth about that, or a little more, right, John? Somewhere between 150 and 200, close enough. Right. Close enough. Got a payment on it, $1,267, and yes, the payments are current, and yes, they will do a lease purchase. What's all that say there? Don't make me work so hard.
Bruce sounded like she wanted to do it. She had to talk to her daughter, because she said her daughter was more business-like. So,
okay, well, the house, mother or daughter?
Mother.
All right. Carpet is a little worn.
Room off the master. It could be 4th bedroom. It's not on record, but it doesn't have a closet, but it could be 4th bedroom.
All right, so I'll do a little work, right? But you'll sell it for what she owes, but what she owes is probably less than what it's owed. Come on, he's got comp for 153, 149, 199, and it is a 1,800 square foot 3-bedroom, 2-bath house. So, all right, John, what are we going to do? Is it suspect or prospect? Prospect. The seller's already said yes to lease purchase. It's not over for the ask. The payment is reasonable. House is in pretty good shape. Everything's working for you. What are you going to do?
I'm going to call the seller back and talk to her again.
That's what I have to talk to her about. You call the seller back, make an appointment.
Okay. Make an appointment.
Make an appointment. You can do that today.
Well, the problem is it's not a state, so I can't see her. I have to only talk to her.
But you can see the house.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Go see the house, and then tell her what you'll do, and put it in writing, and send it to her. And then if she sends it back, you got a deal. You follow up, and you get it back.
Okay.
All right. There it is. 2 out of 2. All right, next one. Another one, John. House worth 112. I'm sorry, house owed 112, asking 110. I don't get that. So they're going to bring money to closing, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Worth in 129 to 147, somewhere in there. 1200 payment, and it is current, and yes, they will purchase it, and yes, they'll sell for what's owed on it. Because it says so. All right. 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 1,100 square feet, and does it need repairs? No.
No.
Gosh, guys.
I wish it was that easy. I talked to her. She was all for it. Then she told me that call back a little bit to talk to her husband. When I called back, they didn't answer the phone. I called her back the next day, got a hold of her. She said that her husband didn't have any didn't feel good about it, and that the real thing came out is they talked to the realtor, and the realtor said don't do it. So
okay. All right. Well, what you should do in that case is send them a note in about 30 days, another payment from now, and remind them that you're still there. In fact, what I would do is I'd take out a piece of paper and I'd write down what you'll do for them, and in 30 days call them again. Because no matter what the realtor said, the realtor's not making a payment for them.
that's true. And she said she wanted 110. She knew she was going to go to closing. She had to pay if she was going to sell the house.
You need to point out that they're right on the paper now. I will lease option your property from you, cost you nothing, or I will purchase it by taking over your debt, pay your closing costs. You decide. And we can close within a few days after you say go. Period. And get that out to them in writing. Because that's going to make a big difference. To have something in writing is a whole lot better than have something in air. And frankly, if I were you and you're out in that area, knock on their door. Say, hey, I'm John. Just want to check in. And I know your realtor told you not to do this, but is your realtor going to make your payments for you? Is your realtor going to buy your house? So if you have any questions for me, now would be a good time.
No.
No.
It's rented right now. It's not listed.
In the advice from our realtor.
Is this one listed?
Okay. Who's this? This is David. David, where you at? Okay, David. We got a $163,000 loan. We got an asking price of $180. We got an ARM about the same, maybe a little higher. And we got a payment of $1,545 plus $150 HOA dues. And the seller said, yes, I will lease purchase, but no, I will not sell for what's owed. And that means they want a little bit of money. Remember, they owe 163, they're after 180, and it's worth 180 or more, and the payment is $1,545. So, David, you tell me, suspect or prospect?
I was kind of dancing around with this one for a while. It could be a prospect as an axe deal.
That is correct. That is the right answer, because that's all it is. Right. It's an axe deal, mostly because the payment is too high, or at its max. Right. Plus, there's no equity in it, at least to speak of. So I'd go get a lease option agreement signed up, and I'd axe it, put somebody else in and collect about $10,000. Thank you. Got it? Did you have an axe discussion with the seller?
No.
Why not?
Because I was coming here.
Did you talk to the seller?
Not yet.
You haven't talked to the seller. Okay, well, you got to get the script right out of my book and have the axe discussion with the seller. And you do that before you go take a look at the house. Okay. Okay, here's another one he's got. House is free and clear. And they're asking $249, and it looks like it might be worth, according to his comp, $260, $265. Seller thinks it's worth $270. Seller says, what to owner financing, David?
Yes. No, to owner financing? No.
Where do I see that? So did you ask him? Did anybody ask him if they owner financing?
Yeah, he said no. He will do a lease option.
Oh, he will do a lease option.
Yeah, and then also my comps actually came in at 160, not at he says it's worth 270, but my comps are at 160.
Well, 160. Okay. Well, I'm looking at your comps. It says 237, 260, and 265.
No, that's what the VA wrote.
Well, where did the VA get that from?
I don't know, but I did my research. It's 165.
Well, I don't believe you. Got too much evidence to believe your VA.
It's worth 165, Ron.
Well, that's what you say. Show me the comps.
It's on Realist. I went on there. There's
where did your VA get those three comps?
I have no idea.
Well, maybe you should ask. I'm sure she didn't make them up. And yep. I mean, you don't want to know why I think that the VA is closer to right than you are?
Why?
Well, because the seller's asking. The seller's done a little bit of work, and I got 3 right there that I just can't believe are fiction. That are closer to their number than your number.
I pulled up on the MLS list too, and there was 3 that were completely remodeled and sold. The top was 165, and they're both size.
It's a good comp, though, Dave.
No? Okay.
Do your homework. Do what your gut tells you to do. But in the situation we're in right now, you guys got to be very careful about your comps. Because I can't tell you how many deals get killed because people grossly underestimate the value of the property, largely because they're using bank-owned properties for comps.
Ron, worst case scenario, let's hypothetically say the comps are, let's say, 165, and he has it at 270, but he's willing to let it go at 240. So
I wouldn't do it.
Just, okay.
I wouldn't touch it. Yeah, because he's just totally unrealistic. All right, next. Wayne. Got a $50,000 loan with a $75 payment that is current, and they're asking $50, so they're asking what they owe. And the ARB is they think it's $88, you think it's $100. In good condition. And they will at least purchase it. So what kind of condition is it in? It says that it does need some work. Any idea how much work, Wayne?
About 15,000.
About 15? Perfect. The 2-bedroom, 1 bath, 1,100 square foot house does have a basement, and they're getting a divorce, moved out with 3 different renters in it, and they didn't like the results. Imagine that. Okay. Did they answer yes or no? They answered yes, they will lease purchase it.
He's open options.
Where are you at? Hold your hand. All right. You know what? You'd be better off taking a debt over subject to, wouldn't you? Huh? He only owes $50,000. I want you to temporarily forget the condition. Can you? Hello? Did I not just tell you that Scott's got 5 applicants for a house and needs $15,000 worth of work on it? Right? I think you should take over the debt subject to, if you let you, buy the house, then work for equity tenant buyer in there, and maybe $80,000. Let them do the work with their own hands and their own labor, and if they do fine, they don't fine. And you got a monthly payment. That all you got to do is make sure they cover your monthly payment, which is probably PITI. It almost has to be on a $50,000 loan. Plus, I'll bet you that loan is paying down at lightning speed now, because it's probably in the latter part of the loan. So this is one you want to buy. I got a house right now, out here right in this area we're in, Minnesota. I took it over subject to 10 years ago now, and it was almost $80,000 owed on it then. And I haven't put any money in this house. I'm only on my 2nd tenant buyer in it right now. The debt is paid down to the low 40s. I haven't touched the house. First tenant buyer lived in there 9 years. And I didn't do a thing to this house. They moved out, and I put another one in there as is. That house would be $20,000 worth of work if I had renovated. So I put another one in there as is. They're making the payment, PITI, that's about all I'm getting out of it. But each time they gave me $5,000. This last guy gave me $3 grand plus the first month's payment. And pretty soon they're going to have a house paid off. So, I don't care whether they buy it or not. It's a free house to me 10 years ago. And it seems like the same thing. I bet you within 10 years, the thing's pretty clear. Well, so what are you going to do? What do you do from here?
I personally don't want to be a landlord, so I'm going to axe it.
You're going to pass?
I would put a tenant buyer in there and get an option fee.
You're going to put a tenant buyer in there?
Or a sign fee.
You're going to sign it. And so you've got this, I don't want to be a landlord attitude.
Been there, done that.
Been there, done that. Have you been there, done that with tenant buyers who give you several $1,000s up front?
Yes.
Agree to make all repairs?
Once or twice.
Okay, so what did you do to screw it up the last time?
Poor architect.
I'm going to tell you right now that you should work on adjusting that attitude because putting tenant buyers in the house is a whole different business than putting tenants in houses. And if you guys aren't willing to put tenant buyers in houses, you're killing the goose right now. You're totally destroying the ability to create cash flow, occasional chunks of cash when they move out in your place, and wealth from debt pay down and later cash outs.